Gobble, gobble, suckers.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy the busiest drinking day of the year. Is that what the kids say?
Unless you got that Amber Alert thing on your phone earlier today that said Governor Hogan's going to track you down and shoot you like a Thanksgiving Day turkey if he finds you out past 10 p.m.
Yep. He said your neighbors are watching.
That's right.
The streets is watching, apparently.
The streets. What is that hotline? I just want to anonymously tip people off to random addresses in and around the counties.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that actually because I saw a buddy of mine post something about, I don't know, like, it's good for your health keeping your teeth in your mouth or some stupid fucking bullshit. Like he's gonna hit someone. And I meant to be like, yeah, what's your address? Because I'm definitely calling one in on you just for shits and giggles. I don't give a fuck. Give me your address.
Yeah,
if you don't like people, give them to us. Send them our way. Email them to us.
Yeah,
I'll fucking call on anyone.
Every single phone at work went off, and this was the message: protect your family, stay safe this Thanksgiving, wear a mask, distance, get tested. How you gonna do that on Thanksgiving Eve? Is there a place I can go get tested right now? Because that's what I was demanded to do by the governor of Maryland.
Kelly got tested today.
Yeah,
and results it was the rapid jump.
I got tested Monday.
Yeah.
Did you? Good job. All right, look at
you
you
guys.
Because
so it was funny because we were talking about it, and because I felt kind of crummy yesterday, and we were like, and so we were like, well, she was like, well, why don't I just call the doctor? Maybe they'll have maybe they'll be like, yeah, go here. It's not going to be a 16-hour wait with fucking Neanderthals in line. And fucking the doctor was like, yeah, just come here. We do that shit. That's just like 15 minutes. We'll just call you when you're on your way down the road back home to let you know that you're going to die or not. So everything checked out. Good to go.
Yeah,
but it's a dirty South Korean COVID test that comes back false no matter what you do.
That's true.
That's right. Mur, why is it that you have to read these alerts or text message alerts as if you were reading a movie plug or some sort of? It's like your go-to de facto theatrical voice. I am late 90s movie buffer reader.
All right, I'll have to start changing it up a little bit. Well, I wanted to keep it modern, but one of my dreams has always been to be a 1940s newsreel caster. Protect your family. Stay safe this Thanksgiving. Wear a mask. Distance. Get tested. And remember, Maryland restaurants and bars now close at 10 p.m. State and local law enforcement actions take place tonight. Learn more at covidlink.maryland.gov. See, I'd like to read things like that, but I figured I would just, be a little more hip.
It's all about the highs and lows.
Yes.
It was before get tested.
Casting like he's
get tested.
Yeah, get tested. That's the best part.
Let's say casting for Dick Tracy or something. It also sounds like it's like the mocking radio ads where they're mocking the past. You know what I mean? They're mocking ads or an ad was made. Do you remember us in the 40s? Then they had the old time piano.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I remember.
Well, the mocking tone is what I'm going for, so I'm glad you picked up on that, Wes. It's a joke voice. Thank you. I don't mean that in a serious nature. So I apologize for confusing you all for the last year.
Last year, try 20, pal.
Okay. Very true. Oh boy. So I've learned something about myself, and I wanted to relay this to you guys because I know we never think we're going to turn into our parents until we turn into our parents, and then but it does take a moment of epiphany to come to the conclusion. I just realized this week that I am now a back bathroom pooper, even when I don't have to poop, and I realize that I'm actually just hiding from my family for a few moments of solace and comfort, which never comes. By the way, it never comes.
So you say
small children
will
find you no matter where you are.
Back bathroom. Sorry to interrupt. I apologize. You were finishing that up in a different voice. By the way, I'll give you kudos.
It's okay.
Back bathroom meaning what? Do you have like a sliding door that you got to go through, like a family partition, some sort of living room that no one sits in, then a bathroom?
So the way our bedroom is situated, it's all the way at the back of the house, last room on the right, and then you actually have to go into the bedroom, and then all the way to the back of the bedroom, and then there's another door, and that's the master bathroom, and it's all sealed off in a nice little nook, but it's right behind the kitchen, so you can hear all the action that you're missing. and so yeah, I like to go back there, and then I can also kind of catch wind if like somebody's looking for me. I'm like, I'm just being a minute, just pooping in the bathroom, and in reality, I'm actually just sitting on the toilet with my pants on, looking at my phone.
Catching wind and breaking wind at the same time. It's a task. Yeah, I think I
got to keep up the facade.
Yeah,
fart a couple times, get the room stinky, and always if somebody comes in, you always just stand up like you've just pulled your pants up, and that's the way you get away with it.
Hey, whatever you got to do, man. Whatever for a moment of peace, you know. I'm Saiyaj's child, so I just do whatever the fuck I please.
Yeah, I know. But see, my kids don't care. Kids do not care if you're pooping. Mm-hmm. So my kid will come and seek me out, and he now knows that I use the back bathroom to poop. So now, no matter what, I will be found, and I will have a Nintendo Switch shoved in my face with my bits and pieces dangling inside the toilet hole, so I can beat a level for him that is too difficult for his 6-year-old mind to accomplish.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So, can you normally defeat these? Are these levels you have defeated ahead of time?
Some of them he freaked out the other day, and I understood on the phone. My wife had to give me the phone to talk him down. I was at work. He inadvertently went through and deleted. We've beaten the game, okay, all the way through. I've even found all the special star level secret levels that take forever to fucking figure out. And he accidentally deleted all of them. So guess what I get to now do? I get to now go through and speed run the entire game to the best of my abilities and try to re-accomplish all these levels that took about a month to accomplish the first time.
Mm.
It's like rereading your favorite book all over again. You know, you get to do it all over. Come on.
Except it's a $500 book you want to throw through a fucking window.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's when you get to the level that you get stuck at and you're just furious because you've already done it once, but now you'll never get past it. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But no, I was just kind of thinking about it while I was sitting in the back bathroom, realizing that I'm now the back bathroom pooper. Like, just that, you know, you hate to avoid your family, but then you also hate to realize that you have zero privacy time for yourself anymore. And this is what you have to resort to, is just going and pulling your pants down around your ankles and just sitting and pretending you're pooping just so people will leave you alone. You'd like to think that that's the bodily function that would allow you the most privacy and me time. And then when you don't even have that, I don't know. I can see how hopes and dreams feel shattered for the middle-aged man.
Should watch out, man. Maybe your boy's telling his friends that Papa Bear takes 12 to 15 dumps a day. Better watch out. You know, it might be rumor spread.
But I'm glad I came to that realization, because exactly what you're saying, I'm like, I need to start limiting these poops. I need to start limiting them to like 5 and then just take longer. So less but more.
Quantity over quality, or
because they're going to find me out.
Gotcha.
They're going to find me out, and I now need to talk in a hush so they don't hear me, but they're going to figure me out.
The Finn's mostly asleep, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he is, but the wife's up.
She's a co-conspirator.
They're cohorts. That's for.
Yeah,
I don't think she's on to me yet. I think the boy's on to me, but I don't think she is. And when she's on to me, it's over.
She is on. She's your wife. She is on to you. You drive her wild. Passion. Latino heat.
Yes. Latino heat, yeah.
That would be the other way around. I don't know. Is that why you fell in love with her?
Yeah. And she was petite and hot. That worked too.
Just happened to be Portuguese.
Winning combination.
Yeah. There was a total package going on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of Latin, not Latin petite hot women, but Latin men, Argentine's own Diego Maradona passed away. World Cup hero, Barcelona hero, Alan, you had sent me the link. I saw it probably an hour before you had mentioned something. It paid tribute. We don't even have to have a moment of silence. But, man, that was shocking. 60 years young, heart attack. I know he didn't live the cleanest of lifestyles, but shit, man. That guy, makes me think, man, I'm like pretty close.
I'm pretty sure my man snorted his nose clean off. So, 60's pretty solid for my
He was
man.
on borrowed time by that point?
Yeah, he's really just winning at 60. So I think kudos to him. Made it a long time on that cocaine heart. And I mean, he's a legend, bro. I mean, besides the hand of God, he was phenomenal. You know what I mean? You can't take it away from him. So, and just because the man is who he is. His 60th birthday not too long ago, somebody asked him, I think a reporter asked him if he had a dream, what would it be? And he said his dream would be to score another goal against the English, this time with his right hand.
Well done. And that I was going to say the most celebrated cheater in the world. And I don't even hate him because he waited till he was retired and then he totally admitted to it. And that's a baller move right there, is to say, oh yeah, no, I punched that shit in. Fuck you guys. And if you see the picture, and I don't see how it took so long for that picture to be developed. Somebody had that in their camera, and this is how insane soccer fans are. Just so he wasn't found out, I feel like that picture wasn't published until the 90s.
Right.
The one where it is. I mean, I can't even keep my fist on the screen above my head as high up as he had it. I mean, because he was a short, tiny little dude. Wow. And if you see that shot, I mean, I don't know where the ref was standing. I don't know how that went down, but no way in hell he got his forehead on that ball.
Non-believers always want to say, I think he was just balancing himself. Everyone does that when they go for a header.
It's a hand up.
It's like a Mario Brothers, Luigi does it.
The image now in 2020, when you look at it, you're just like, wow. Yeah. But it was 86, man. It happened so fast. They were like, fuck it. Let's keep on moving.
Now, I don't know if it's the same game, but it's definitely the same World Cup where he has what is regarded as the greatest World Cup goal. The one where he beats five. I think it's Scotland. I think England, he did that, but Scotland, he beat four guys, started dribbling the ball in Argentina's half and popped it in. It's incredible. It still is 1986. I think it was funny. Okay, I don't even know if you want to consider this funny. I don't know. I'll tell the story and you can tell me what you consider it. Just beat my little paws on the desk here. They win in 86. They go to the final in 90. They lose to a very good, very well coached West Germany team up and lost 1-0 while a man down. They got a red card in the 11th minute or something. 94, he makes the team. I think he's all right, my math's going to be bad. I think he's in his mid to late 30s at that point. If he's 60 now.
Let's do 94. He's 60 now, yeah. So what's that, 26 years ago?
So 34.
There you go.
But it wasn't a very in-shape, well-to-do 34. By this point, he started partying a lot. But he had scored a goal in it was the first or second game, a game they won in the group stage, and then got ousted from the tournament because he tested positive for coke.
Yeah. No, that was Maradona at
past his prime.
He had stopped training.
Yeah.
He was just on the team because he was Maradona.
Right.
That's it. So he was just blowing lines and fucking drinking beers and fucking. I read a very interesting article because you, Wes, have that Paul Gascoigne top that you ordered. That I read. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read a Gascoigne quote saying that I guess they were to play Seville when he was at Lazio, I think, and he ended up talking to Maradona on his way to Seville and stopped at Disneyland in Paris to get hammered for a 3-day bender because Paul Gascoigne. And so when they were in the tunnel about to walk out, he looked at Maradona and was like, "Brother, I'm smashed." And Diego said, "So am I." I only knows if it's true, but if it's two people who would have a true story in a tunnel being hammered and coked out of their brains, it would be Paul Gascoigne and Diego Maradona.
And by the way, I feel like every professional athlete should be I don't know, laying down like a solid gold bar at his gravestone when this is over, because of him, they're all getting paid an astronomical amount of money to play sports. Like at the time, I think he made like his contract was like $5 million to play for Barcelona, which is like a world record at the time. Mm-hmm. And then athletes freaking paychecks just went up exponentially since then. So, but the other thing that people forget is that soccer stars outside of the United States of America are the ballers of the world. And so I think that the thing with Maradona is as bad as his partying was, everybody kept it a secret to protect him. And I guess I would like to get away from this TMZ lifestyle thing that we're doing here in the U.S. I want us to celebrate our heroes, allow them to go out and get trashed, and create more like Wade Boggs style stories that can be told years after their retirement that we can all laugh and giggle about, instead of getting them in the back of a squad car to mock their downfall.
Right. We had that Jordan one months and months ago where he got blasted with a Roenick on the golf course, 36 holes, and then went and dropped 40 that night. Yeah.
No, you take a World Cup home to a South American country, and you could literally just murder children in the street. No one cares. Like literally, Argentina has protected two things in their entire lifetime as much as each other, and it's Nazi defectors and Diego Maradona. That's it. Like, just we'll stash you away in the jungles. You beautiful monument to something. We got you. Like,
right.
Yeah. Domination. They just appreciate dominance.
Yes, there you go.
well, rest in peace, young man, old man, whatever. I'm sorry.
Oldish young guy.
That's
yes,
right.
cheers.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Wow. Way to take a global superstar and, blend him in with the Nazis. Well done. We pay the best tributes here on the Middle Class Holes.
It's more so a testament to how much South Americans love their footballers.
Really. That's right. Yeah, dude. When they won in '86, Mexico, that guy couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
Well, yeah, and as you mentioned, Middle Class Holes. This is the Thanksgiving turkey sandwich episode. I don't even know. Do you guys do a sandwich with your leftovers?
Turkey gobbler. No, not really.
Okay.
What? Dude, I do the most disgusting American fucking version of a leftover sandwich. I'll toast some bread. I'll put some turkey down, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then just some American cheese and some leftover green bean casserole. That's my my day 2 leftover Thanksgiving slop fest. I'm drunk and I need something to eat meal.
Ooh, man, I do
not too bad.
I do toast, turkey, stuffing, sweet potato, mashed potatoes, and cranberry sauce. But the cranberry sauce has got to be on the turkey, just the turkey side down, then everything else on top of it.
That's a solid gobbler sandwich.
Then I might dunk it in gravy. I don't know if I have it.
Let's stop. Are we canned cranberry sauce, or are we like fucking proper cranberry sauce?
I mean, my preference is the proper, but I also don't discriminate Friday or Thursday night. Drunken like, ooh, gotta get my hand
jelly.
Yeah, it might not even be cranberry sauce. It could be jelly. Yeah.
Just take a bite out of the fucking gelatin can.
That's right, baby. Punch that little hole in the bottom. Let it slop on out. It's right down my gullet, baby.
Oh yeah. No, I'm actually gonna make some actual cranberry sauce. I've never personally made it, but it's my preference. So I'm excited about that actually.
Nice.
Maybe I will make a sandwich, guys. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll post that shit on Instagram.
Yeah. Or you could use the turkey as bread. I mean.
By the way, that was the greatest thing Kentucky Fried Chicken ever did, is when they made that fucking sandwich where it wasn't even a sandwich. It was just 2 fucking fried chicken breasts with like bacon in the middle and cheese.
Yeah, I had one, and I'm fairly certain my heart rate dropped to like 10 beats per minute, and my body was just like, why'd you do this to us? We were supposed to be on the same team.
I thought you were going to say your heart rate dropped in Maradona, but
Not quite.
Yeah, it's a very. I kind of feel like we're at the age now. Yeah, the Thanksgiving dinner is amazing. It's fun. I obviously this year is different. Because most of us aren't going to get to see our families as we wish. But I'm just talking about the grub, the food. And yeah, we talked about it last year. All the fancy shit we like to get, the Thursday, whenever you eat Thanksgiving. But I think it's now, I'm at the age where it's the Thursday night where I got one tied on. I'm halftime into the Thursday night game. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. Daddy's going to need to get round two. The way I want it. Not the way I want to eat in front of my family. The way I want to eat right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's always like 3-pound plates.
Yeah.
That no matter what, like nothing, no leftover plate is like a dainty little afternoon snack. It's like all right, we're gonna eat this. We're gonna take a nap for like 2 hours and get back up refreshed.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. Is Thanksgiving the last American holiday that we're not going to try to cancel? Like, is food that so important to us that we're not like, because I mean, if you look back on the whole history of everything, they've been trying to cancel Christmas and happy holidays, all that nonsense. Is Thanksgiving the one? Are we so gluttonous that it's the one that's like untouchable? Will we have Thanksgiving forever?
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I'm asking.
4th of July forever, unless America gets gone. Unless America ain't here no more. And after this election, it won't be good again.
Two Americas.
That's just another civil
The bottom line with the 4th of July is they're never going to get rid of fireworks because everybody loves fireworks. Almost everybody. But I've seen that whole thing like, well, dogs get scared of fireworks. We shouldn't light them off anymore. Like, they have been going after the 4th of July for a while. We took this country from native peoples that didn't deserve to have their lands stolen from them, so we shouldn't be celebrating this kind of nonsense with colorful lights in the sky. They've been going after 4th of July. They've been going after all of them, but it feels like Thanksgiving might be the one. And it doesn't have anything to do with giving thanks. It just has to do with, like, getting together and stuffing our fucking gullets as full as we can get, like a fucking goose with some fucking funnel in his mouth making foie gras.
Yeah, I hosted a trivia for my wife's company earlier today, and it was mostly Thanksgiving themed. And I did make a couple just like random, like the natural progression was to the gluttonous American like Thanksgiving tradition. So yeah, I mean, I doubt that. I don't think it's going anywhere because we all want to feed our faces with gravy and fucking breaded goods. I don't know why turkey's kind of made it on. I think Let me stop. I got a side note here. I ate like a little turkey dinner that we got as a
like how you take it. I can tell because you had to take a breath. So
yeah, so I had a turkey dinner from Woodbury Kitchen here in Hamden, which is tonight. It was phenomenal.
I'm familiar with Woodbury.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. But I mean, even they're fucking professional meat flavorers, and the turkey, the bird, the animal, the turkey must be made out of fucking sand because it's just garbage. Like, it's a garbage bird. Like, it was delicious. I'm not even mad about it, but it was still kind of awful. And it's just, it wasn't their fault. They did great. They did great with what they could. It's like, here's the shoe, marinate it, give it to someone. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't even know what the fucking point was. I just know turkeys suck. I have a ham in the fridge for tomorrow.
No, you're not off, Alan, because I know it's sacrilegious to say that the turkey is the worst part of Thanksgiving Day dinner, and it is. We all celebrate the sides because nobody wants to vocalize that the turkey sucks. And it's not anybody who cooked the turkey's fault. The turkey is only as good as the skin. Somehow my mom perfected making a good turkey skin, and me and my brother would fight over turkey skin. It was crispy. It was salty and it was buttery. And you'd try to get a good slab of turkey, and then you would try to get some nice fucking, like, some good titty skin. And you would slap that fucker on, and you would try to get a nice bite of turkey skin with the actual turkey that you're eating. Beyond that, the turkey's only as good as what you juice it up with. So we slather it in gravy. White meat sucks. You got to go dark if you want some flavor out of it. But no, I do not disagree with you. You're 100% right. It's just a 20-pound turkey will feed like 8 people comfortably.
I think in my opinion, it's relatively flavorless unless you saturate it in gravy, and a lot of salt and a lot of pepper. But for me, someone who is prototypical grade A Americana, I gained 4 pounds in a short period of time. The shit dries my mouth out, and it makes me not eat the other shit that I really want to eat. So you got to get a little bit of it. You got to appease the chef or the person who took the time to labor and cook that. And yeah, hey, I enjoy. Listen, I'm not saying I dislike it, but the fact is, I want 2 servings of green bean casserole. Yeah. I want to make sure I get some fucking pie. Two slices minimum of 2 different kinds afterwards. I want to have that dry, fucking withery, white fucking meat just flapping around in my fucking gums. Ugh.
Yeah, like
we hate. Go ahead, Alan.
No, I was thinking over my bland turkey. Well, it wasn't even fucking bland, which is just terrible. But I was just mulling over it. Like, imagine what these poor pilgrims in Native America, like, obviously I don't think they had turkey, but if someone had turkey on that table, like, that's fucking ignorant. Who brought it? Was it the Native Americans to the pilgrim? Like, y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. Nobody wants turkey. You know what I mean? I think we should just go back to eating clams. I think that's what they ate because it was fucking like New England. So let's just go back to eating clams and then just tons of side dishes.
Or just make the ham the protein.
Ham.
The ham is the best.
Ham is the best. I have a ham in the fridge, and I am actually going to cook a ham tomorrow. I'm going to use the Instant Pot and try to fucking jazz that son of a bitch up. Yeah, baby. Cook that bitch quick.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Left of center. This is your Thanksgiving. This is 2020. It's like the Japanese calendar, the year of the tiger, the year of the lion, the year of the monkey. This is the year of the ham Instant Pot oven year.
Goddamn right. I will do commercials for the Instant Pot for free. Because the Instant Pot is the greatest invention created in the last 10 years. Hands down. Wes, it cuts the cooking time down to a quarter. I could cook a whole rack of ribs in 40 minutes. And it's just as good as cooking them any other way. I swear to you. Yeah, you can do a whole pot of chili that would take you 4 hours to simmer. You can do it in an hour. It's amazing. But I do want to say with the turkey, that the turkey is so bad that we've been inventing ways to make it more flavorful for years. So much so that people are willing to fill a stainless steel cauldron of boiling oil and burn their house down just to get an iota of extra flavor into that tasteless fucking sandbird.
Yeah.
The sandbird.
We're coining it. They sit there and they shake holding this 20 fucking pound bird, like, fucking, I can't just drop it in because then everything explodes. God, fucking garbage bird.
I will be last year, Thanksgiving, or maybe it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. Cousin Dylan did as a appetizer oysters Rockefeller, and it almost got to a point where my mom and the chef had to kind of check everyone, be like, hey, we got a 25-pound turkey in the oven. Don't get too stuffed. Don't be dickheads. We know what you really like. Stop eating the fucking turkey. Stop eating the thing. Yeah, we got a turkey to eat. So
it's like, well, why did you get that big of a turkey?
Yeah.
I think they only come in 20-pound increments for that purpose. Like, Americans have been like, all right, so you got what you have a family? Is it just you and your wife? Cool, here's this 20-pounder. Take care of that. Like,
with the 20 or the 40? The 40s we just sewed 2 together.
I did mention a turducken today in American opulence. I was like, yeah, so we just stick birds inside of other fucking birds, and then we have John Madden rip legs off on national television and hand them to wide receivers. Like, good job, buddy. Like, here's your turducken.
You're the Madden Thanksgiving player of the day. Here you go.
Here's your mutant bird. What is it? Duck? Delicious.
Here's a wing. All 3.
I did see something like that I definitely want to try, and I can't remember the triple name that it had, but I believe it was a pig inside a goat inside a cow.
That's beautiful, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
They talk about Thanksgiving. There's a paradigm shift ahead of us, and it's the pig stuffed in a goat, stuffed in a cow. Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that.
God, do they do like the legs inside the legs too?
Yes.
I don't know. But
Instead of wings
Yeah.
hanging out of the mutant thing, it's just fucking legs. It's just hoofed legs coming in all directions.
It's like the peg. It's like the goat inside the pig inside the goat leg inside the cow leg.
I mean, I definitely want to try it, but I do not want to meet the sociopath that sat down for 4 hours and deboned each one of those large fucking mammals and had a joyous time doing it. Ooh, I had to take this little rib bone out. Ooh, because it's just the meat. They debone the whole goddamn fucking structure before they put it together and then tie it off with the string. That's just some.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
See, I bet
I get the whole bird thing because you just shove a smaller bird inside of a bigger bird, and
Yeah.
it works itself out. The whole livestock is a little tricky.
That's probably like a 1,500 pound or $1,500 concoction. That's simply for a large festival or a family gathering of like 250.
A cult.
Yeah, it's right. Y'all have been good this quarter. We've done well. Gonna treat y'all.
Call it.
What's that?
I don't even know what you would call it. I can't think of a good name for it.
God. Turf, and turf.
A goat, a cow, and a pig. Yeah, I got nothing, man.
This is usually my department too.
Yeah, right. This is like a 3 and out question. The 3 mammals inside of each other, mummified within glorious tastes.
Consensually.
I did want to ask you earlier, Mur, you were basically doing an impersonation of someone who whines a lot. And why does it sound like it's like Julia Childs mixed with just someone who's a blatant whiner from day one? When you were like, oh.
Mock all my voices day?
No,
Is that what
I don't know. It's just you were talking about like someone getting rid of Thanksgiving.
Wesley doesn't like all my voices. Is that the voice?
No. Well, yeah, kind of. But
It was more old lady-ish.
Yeah, it was very Julia Childs. It was the person who once 4th of July ended.
Okay, what's your question though? Why do I do that voice?
Yeah.
It just reminds me of every fucking like ultra liberal Karen who just hates life and wants everybody to live a joyless existence.
Okay. Yeah, that's that makes sense. Keep doing that then.
Yeah, if you want a personification of the voice, then that voice is what you get.
Well, is me. Right.
Yeah, it just comes up naturally. I can't really like recreate it on demand.
Right. Yeah. Bitch, you live in fucking middle America and you make fucking $80,000 a year. Your life isn't that bad.
I just hear Kate from John and Kate plus 8 with that haircut. That's all I hear.
Just fucking bitch. Why did we ever celebrate that woman ever?
Because
like
she had 8 kids, bro.
Yeah, she plopped out twins
6 at the time, and then she had 2 older ones.
Right.
She had 8 kids because her, I don't know, Asian American husband couldn't father her in the proper manner, so she had to juice herself up with all sorts of fertility drugs, so she'd have like 30 eggs just flowing through her tubes until one fucking Asian sperm split off in the fucking 8 different directions and gave her that monstrosity of a family.
Yeah. Basically. They pretty much nailed it. I think that's what they do, right? They just like line up like a net of eggs so that my man's inferior sperm just can't get by. I assume that's how it works. I have no idea.
That would be a hell of a cartoon. Yo, what are we doing here?
Animaniacs is back.
Is it really?
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Check that out.
In the midst of all this, I realized we didn't introduce ourselves. Middle Classholes. Wes, Alan, and Murr. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us here on our mock Murr night pre-Thanksgiving. They say this is one of the 2 most partied days of the year. Did you guys used to indulge? I know I did. Day before Thanksgiving. Good Lord.
Nope.
Not
Never.
you, Alan. From 7.
I don't even drink. Yeah, actually. So my wife actually reminded me. So tonight is normally an event that happens at my high school that they call Beef and Beer Night, and it's just a fucking train wreck. So I used to go like every other year. But yeah, pretty much just getting hammered. You go, at least for Beef and Beer, it's just literally open like pit barbecue and fucking wings and just like buffet style. You just go feed your face. But they have like 3 or 4 different tap stations where it's just all you can drink for like 4 hours.
Nice. And where do they host it?
In the cafeteria at the high school at Mount St. Joe.
Do you know anyone that I could pass for? Do you know anyone that's like, hey, this is Rick?
Can go if you're not alumni. Like family can go and friends can go. It's because it's a fundraiser. So it's like $35. You get a pint glass and they just fucking set you on your way. And literally it's just a bunch of bros broing out. Like you go out and smoke cigarettes on your high school campus without getting yelled at. It's a simple pleasure. And then you drink like Killian's Irish Red for 16 hours and then go to a bar afterwards. That's usually what happened. We would everyone would break up and then the 5 shithole bars in the 15-minute vicinity of Mount St. Joe would just be packed to the gills with fucking St. Joe alumni buying like $3 lemon drop shots until 2 a.m. and fucking then driving home in Catonsville. Life is great in 21228.
Jesus Christ. You know, Wes, this makes me want to have like one wish from a genie so I could cause Perryville High School to be a person to punch in the face because we'd never be able to fucking do this ever, anytime.
No. Yeah, dude, we do it. We do a bull and oyster roast in the winter or spring. Sorry.
The best we could get was the rendezvous when it still existed. And they used to do, remember I still have a couple t-shirts doing the turkey trot and such. Yeah. I mean, it was basically a Saturday night piled into Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. You get a couple bands down there, get yourself some ballyhoo, get them up on stage. Things
yes.
Yeah.
Howie.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. He used to perform at the rendezvous a good bit, man. Thursday nights, every Thursday night for like 2 years.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yep. And we were all going to go to the View anyway. It just happened to be more crowded on one particular night.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a warm, creamy chutney. Get ready for another spoonful of the middle Classholes.
People forget that Clayton Bigsby, that's the first fucking episode. Like that was in the pilot to Chappelle's show. If you
it was in the first episode of the first season.
Yep. Yeah. Like it was insane. So yeah, I did get it in, but now it's gone, so you can't watch it. But I won't stream it. I do have it on. We have it on DVD, so we'll fucking, I guess, dig out right next to the VCR a fucking DVD player, and fucking use that bad boy, or at least use the PlayStation until I get the PlayStation 5, which was like, you know what? Fuck discs. Just get those fucking things out of here.
Yeah. By the way, the only reason I want to get a Tesla, Wes, is because of what you were just talking about with like going out and hooping it up at the rendezvous and then having to try to drive home. Uh-huh. That is honestly the only reason I want to get a Tesla, because I know that in a couple years, William's going to be old enough to where I can have some nights out at the bar again. But my dumbass old used up liver is not going to allow me to functionally operate a motor vehicle to my fullest ability. And I just want to double tap on that little right hand fucking turn signal looking thing, hit the autopilot, and say, "Take me home, Tessie."
Like he even knows how to do it. He doesn't own one, but he knows the mechanics.
You know how many goddamn videos I've watched on YouTube?
You know how many Jetsons episodes I've watched?
Jesus Christ!
Oh damn it! Is it a suitcase? I didn't fucking know. I'm missing out.
By the time I can afford one, it will be.
We'll all be in domes in the sky with fucking walkways. What are the airport walkways that just went everywhere? The Jetsons was real weird. Like we have some of that stuff, but not all of it.
Yeah, because it was a fucking cartoon, Alan.
Well, no, I get that, but like, come on, man.
In like the 60s.
Yeah. And they named their kid Elroy. God. Right?
Elroy.
Busted ass name.
When did the Jetsons come on? Damn,
yeah.
You're right. Fucking 60s. Aired prime time in 1962. Fuck me.
And that's like,
come on, Captain Trivia.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Testament of the of maybe either how the staying power of the Jetsons or just how poor 1980s comics were. Not comics, but all of animated. What do they call those?
Cartoons.
Cartoons. My God, I'm gonna have a stroke here.
I think I smell smoke coming out of your ears.
What's
now.
But my point is, like, I was watching the Jetsons in the 80s when I was a kid.
Yeah.
20 years
Apparently
later.
they made new episodes in the 80s from what I'm looking at. But
Oh.
I mean, kudos to the Jetsons creators. They got some shit right, you know.
Well,
I think humanity didn't focus on flying cars as much as they should have. But you know, hey, who the fuck am I?
we'd all be falling from the fucking sky and dying instantly upon impact. It's a good thing they abandoned that one.
Yeah, but once you get past those hurdles, you get to fucking flying cars.
Right.
So-
It's a few travesties. A few jetpack man have to die in order to make this
yeah,
reality.
man. I mean, like the original cars didn't have seatbelts and shit. You know, we figured it
True.
out.
Yeah.
They only
Yeah, but they
went like
also
10 miles an hour, and you hand cranked them. But shit,
Yeah, but but then the cars are built like tanks, and like you could get in a head-on collision, you die, they'd spray that fucker down and just resell it at a fucking dealership. That's fine. Got a couple scratches on the hood. That's about it. Now, and there's also some of those amazing videos from back in the day where like they thought helicopter technology was going to be the thing, and it's like, in the future, we'll all be flying to work and landing in our own personalized parking spaces. And yes, I'm doing this just for you, Wesley.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Recently came to and as we were paying tribute earlier to Maradona, it reminded me that we also paid tribute to we did pay tribute to Alex Trebek, right? Correct? Did I fuck that up?
I think we didn't.
I think we did. Did we not?
I don't believe we did.
I definitely
We should
did.
have.
I could've-
What the hell's
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
with us?
We were off that week. That was the week that somebody decided to fly to the Florida Keys and go down to the Hemingway house and tell us
Mid-pandemic,
stories and
had to hit
tales.
the airwaves, you know, had to get on out there.
Yeah.
God, fucking
To learn some things. Okay, so part of Trebek's wishes were that the show continued, and what the what the network has decided, and that is, what the hell is it? Is that even ABC? Oh, yeah.
CBS, ABC, Viacom.
I think it's ABC. Anyway, could be wrong. Ken Jennings will be the first interim Jeopardy host when the game show resumes production November 30th, less than a month after longtime beloved host Alex Trebek passed away. So what the deal is that I read this here. They're going to actually air towards the end of the year, between the 21st and the 28th. Will air 10 of Trebek's best episodes to pay tribute to him. Then after the new year, January 4th, they will air. Jennings will be the host on an interim basis. He says he's honored, obviously. Says he's happy to do this. There's no end date, but they have said that this will kind of be a revolving door until they find a permanent host. First of all, your thoughts on Mr. Ken Jennings either being the interim or possible full-time replacement?
I'm okay with it. He's a reasonable guy. He seems like a Trebekian type choice, if that's a thing.
Yeah, that is a total verb. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
What'd you
So
say in what?
well, it's like Orwellian, so fuck it, Trebekian. So yeah, I think he's good. I'm really glad it wasn't that card counting douche that was like recently like a major champion, because that guy's definitely a fucking a predator. So I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see that guy on television. Ken Jennings seems like an upstanding guy. You know, harmless. Nobody's gonna be intimidated by him. My only thing is he better fucking roast nerds like Alex Trebek does. And this top 10 episodes better just be his fucking top 10 fucking dweeb roasts, like, of all time. Because that's what, like, besides learning things on Jeopardy and making sure that I am still mentally reasonably sharp, I also watch Jeopardy to watch Alex Trebek roast nerds. It's part of the pleasure of it.
I just think that Trebek's nerd roasting was so subtle that you had to be a dullard to be able to get that he was making fun of these people. I don't think nerds understood that they were being mocked by Trebek when Trebek was mocking them. I think that Ken Jennings is an open nerd mocker. He's a little more on the nose with his mockery. And the thing is, the reason I'm glad that he's going to be an interim host. I don't want him to be the permanent host, because I don't think the host should be smarter than the rest of the contestants. And Ken Jennings, I think he just won the ultimate champions of champions thing right before, because they did that thing like once they found out Trebek was sick, they're like, all right, let's get the highest earning winners of all time on here and have them, do a showdown. And he won. And so he is the champion of champions. And so, yeah, he should get a good run at it, but I don't think he should be the permanent host because even Trebek said, I'm just really good at reading. I don't know 90% of these answers.
I think Brad Reuter is the all-time winningest. Well, Jennings is the all-time consecutive. Reuter actually won a couple of tournament of champions, multiple of those against Ken Jennings and other 5-time winners or whatever they called. They used to call that something when you won 5 in a row when they had that stipulation and you went on. But I think this is like the perfect interim. I mean, you think of Jeopardy, it's Ken Jennings. The most common person knows that. He seems charismatic, articulate, well-rounded, well-read enough to be able to hold this down again in the interim. I think this is more or less a ploy for the network to say like, oh, well, hell, the ratings are really good. We're just going to keep the ball rolling on this. Maybe we'll give you a year. Maybe we'll see to continue this on for a long period of time if it works out. If that's going to be the case, to be determined. I don't know. I just think it's a great choice for, to kick things off 2021.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I do think I know who the perfect replacement would be. And his name has been mentioned. Would we like to get into this now?
Yeah. So I asked you guys to do either a couple of, I would guess, phrase it however you want. Make it be funny with it. But I thought it'd be interesting if we came up with a couple, either interim or part-time or permanent replacements for Ken after he's done. Presumably, he's only going to last for a little bit of a while. Or make it a fantasy, make it funny, make it a comedy. Tell me what you got.
Well, I do have a list of the people that they're actually looking at. Do you want to go through that first?
Of people. Oh, this is that the network is eyeballing.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, these are the betting odds. There's actually odds on who might possibly get the gig. Ken Jennings is the front runner. George Stephanopoulos is the number 2.
No thanks.
Right. Yeah. No thanks. Like you can't have somebody that already has like some sort of, I don't want to say emotional attachment to them, but people feel a way about George Stephanopoulos because of his role. And I mean, he's in the Clinton administration. He's been on TV. People have people feel a way about him. LeVar Burton of Reading Rainbow.
Ooh, that would be bad.
I'm good with that.
LeVar, yeah.
That is, by the way, and I know you said let's come up with some funny people, but I can't get past LeVar Burton. I feel like he is the absolute perfect choice for this gig. He's probably taught like what 95% of the upcoming Jeopardy contestants how to read or at least how to love books. So I feel like that would be like the absolute perfect choice.
Yeah.
And, we are living in a woke time and, a person of color in a role of this nature, just absolutely perfect. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist.
Sure, yeah.
He was on my list, yeah.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I feel like he's a little too enthusiastic.
Yeah.
There was a stoicism about Alex Trebek is what made the role work.
Mm-hmm.
Some are saying Pat Sajak, maybe double duty or move on from Wheel of Fortune.
I had this thought, but Pat Sajak's a fucking moron.
Okay. I know politically, again, he makes.
No, I didn't mean that. I just meant I'm sure he's probably a reasonably intelligent human being, but like on his I hate the motherfucker as the host of Wheel of Fortune.
What?
I do. I can't get past it. I've tried. My wife loves Wheel of Fortune, and we try I'm a snob about him. Like, turn this shit up. I just listened to fucking well-respected Alex Trebek, goddammit. Now I'm listening to this fucking jackwagon. Like, he just shotgunned a fucking Miller Lite backstage and popped out and was like, hey, let's fucking sell some letters. Like, God, I just can't stand the guy, quite frankly.
Okay. All right. I understand your perspective a little bit. I just think that Pat Sajak is acutely aware of what he's hosting. And he's actually won Celebrity Jeopardy more than anyone else. He is a very intelligent guy. And I just think Watch it a couple more times. He openly mocks his own contestants.
Oh no, he does. No, and I was gonna say that's the only saving grace is that he fucking roasts fucking, finish the Clue nerds as well as Alex Trebek finishes or roasts fucking trivia nerds. So I'm with that. Pat Sajak is more of a dick about it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like a very like popular nursery rhyme, and he's like, "Oh, so you're fucking stupid, huh? All right, next." And like it keeps on rolling. I'm like, "Oh, god damn, Pat Sajak, that's fucking ignorant." Like, yes, I am, but at least put it to me gently, like Alex Trebek would.
Okay, Wes, I want to get your reaction instantly after saying this name.
Okay.
Ryan Seacrest.
I think I could deal with that. I'm not sure if that's really his would be his realm, because Seacrest, is he doing anything now? Is he?
Yeah, he's
just printing money.
Yeah, it's Ryan and Kelly. He took over for Regis.
Oh,
yeah, no need to get into game show hosting, in my opinion. Although if he did it, I'm sure he'd be capable.
Okay,
I just feel like Burton though. I'm still that's the front runner for me. That's like right now that's the early betting favorite in my opinion.
Okay,
you got to leave Seacrest where he's at, because then that minimizes my exposure to him, because I'll never watch that show. So,
says the guy who watches The View. When The View comes on, it's time for lunch.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
I watch the real motherfucker. I watch brown ladies talk, not white ladies talk. Fuck you. So,
all right, fair enough. Not me.
I am not a Ryan Seacrest hater. I think he does a good job with the jobs he does do, but I feel like he's too hosty. He's too like, okay, I've been annoying you with my 1940s movie reel guy voice. Ryan Seacrest does that classic 80s host voice that just, in certain scenarios, it's fine, but on Jeopardy, it just would not work. Jimmy Kimmel, because he's a ABC studio man,
Too much.
Being
yeah. I don't force. If he's going to do that, it's going to be for 1 week to fill in some sort of celebrity Jeopardy thing. Not full time now.
Yeah, he'd be a good celebrity Jeopardy host. He's a little too broy. He never got rid of the man show. So you're good. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of work too. I mean, unless they're going to pay him out the bazinga, but that seems very. He's got to focus his efforts on his show, not Jeopardy.
I just feel like he would be the opposite of why I don't want Ken Jennings to host, because Ken Jennings would know all the answers, whereas Jimmy Kimmel would know zero of the answers. And I don't feel like he'd be able to pronounce like half of like the upper echelon words, if you will, or anything foreign. It would just be a shit show listening to him try to read.
Reasonable. Your answer seemed reasonable. You were wrong, but I mean, that sounded like you knew what you're talking about.
He's like, I don't speak French.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Too much roasting. Too much roasting.
Oh, that's Latin, sir. Oh, it's Latin. I didn't even know.
Is that it? See? Dead languages.
Katie Couric is also on the list.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm just glad that's all we need to. Yes, no thanks.
Nah, I'm good. Good on that one.
Drew Carey is on the list.
Yeah, he's a Price is Right guy.
Why would he
there? Yeah.
He's got a cush. He's got a cush thing going on with the Price is Right.
Yeah, it's zany. He's a zany guy. Like, yeah, just that's his thing.
Let me just tell you this. Drew Carey is still confused about hosting the Price is Right. I don't see how he could step into an intellectual realm and be any better than fucking just like not fucking up the rules on like, I think you putt once, and I think if you miss, I think you putt again. Let's just try and see what happens. Yeah. He still hasn't figured out the rules of the goddamn game. I've been watching this motherfucker since I was in fucking diapers, and I know the rules to every pricing game there is on the Price is Right, and Drew still hasn't figured it out.
He is. He's always just looking around too, like looking around the studio for help, I think, or he like asks the guy who reads off the prizes. He like asks, he's like, somebody spins the wheel and it lands on $1. He's like, oh, so sad. And people are like, nah, Dick, she moves on to the next round automatically. This is how it works. Like, God damn it, Drew.
My dad tapes that thing every day. Every time I ever go to pick up my kid from their house, that's what he's watching. And I have seen Drew Carey on more than one occasion look over to the producers and be like, did she win? She won. Like, I've seen him ask off stage if the person won the fucking game.
Well, I like it now. I want him. Jeopardy sounds good. It sounds all right.
What about
Steve Harvey is on the list.
See, it's too good. He is perfect for roasting fucking Family Feud people. Like,
yeah,
he's already in that mold. Like, it's there.
Yeah, that's not his wheelhouse. Again, LeVar Burton. You're not gonna.
Yes.
You have a tough time selling me on on African American. It's better than him right now, or anybody for that matter.
Now he'll never ever do this, but apparently Joe Rogan has made the list.
I thought about it. I'm sure he'd like to, but not full time, not even part time. Maybe like 4 months, 3 months, maybe, but I doubt it.
Nah.
Long enough for you to realize I like it from the confines of my fucking recording studio, where I make.
He says
the episode
on every show, every podcast he does, he reminds people that he's a fucking idiot. There's no reason for him. He won't even entertain the idea of guest hosting. So he's not doing it. And then finally, for some reason, they had to throw him on the list just to piss everybody off. But they have thrown former El Presidente, Donald J. Trump on the list, which is never going to happen. And that's just to make people mad and angry and share the story for clickbait.
Yep, 100%.
I think just a couple. Unless Alan, unless you want to go, I have a few.
I think you covered I think you covered most of mine. Honestly, the only one that I was missing was Bill Nye. I said Bill Nye because Bill Nye has reached a dark version of himself, a dark timeline version of himself, and I think he'd be really into roasted nerds, but he'd also be a little bit offensive about it. So you got to kind of walk that line.
So in the household. Cousin Dylan, jokingly said Christopher Walken, which I thought was funny. We would be able to do it quickly.
How do you know that?
Apparently, so the guy. Do you know Ken Jeong?
The dude from The Hangover.
That's
the
right.
Asian guy.
The Asian guy. So apparently he has either a master's or a PhD, and he's extremely well read.
Yeah, he's a medical doctor.
Sarah thought that he would be able to have the charisma / well readness. No, you don't think so?
I mean, yes, for those things, but like, so we watched The Masked Singer, and he's a judge on The Masked Singer, and like, I kind of enjoy him, but he like when they put him in certain scenarios, he just becomes fucking the guy from The Hangover without an Asian accent, and it just bugs me. I'm like, stop! Like, you're just that guy now.
So you need him to have an Asian accent?
It would be better if he's going to just act like that. I would just give me the Asian accent, and then I'm used to it. You know what I mean? And then I'm good. I know what I'm getting. It's a packaged product, like label on it, good to go. But then you give me an American version, I'm like, he's a douchey Asian American guy. So yeah, no, he's not for me. At least not in this vein. Also, he hosts something else that's fucking terrible, and he's not good at it.
I think it's funny how his trial for you is being the judge on The Masked Singer. It's like, well, he's on The Masked Singer, so that's the litmus test.
What I'm saying is he's already on something far easier, and he's fucking awful at it.
Okay.
So, yeah, like this seems like he's a little out of his depth, but he is a medical doctor. He is intelligent, and I think if he didn't act like an American version of the Hangover guy, he'd be all right. But that's what he does when he's on camera. That's his shtick.
Gotcha. I said if they could do it for a single episode, I thought it'd be funny / somewhat interesting if they did Watson, the actual computer who competed against Ken Jennings and the guy that I mentioned earlier.
That'd be kind of cool.
Who's on there. My actual, I have a front runner and a dark horse, although none of them are better than LeVar Burton, but this is what I thought of before Murr dropped that fucking nuclear bomb in my lap. So here I am following that. First of all, Mark Summers, former host of Nickelodeon's Double Dare.
Double Dare?
I think he'd be all right at it.
I think he'd be really good at it, actually.
Yeah. Next, all right. this he wouldn't do it. It wouldn't happen. People wouldn't go for it. Wouldn't take with test audience or initial response from viewers. But I think Fred Norris from the Howard Stern Show would be really good at it.
Fred Norris.
I don't know.
Oh, Fred. Oh, yeah. I think the problem with picking the Jeopardy host is everybody's trying to find like somebody with personality, and that's why I think the LeVar Burton pick. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, Fred.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah,
but he canceled too quickly. They would just simply go back and find literally one episode of the Howard Stern Show out of thousands, and be like, no, that's. You said, what about the mentally handicapped? No, you can't do that.
It's got to be like a squeaky clean kind of guy, but with a little bit of edge, because Roasting Nerds is pivotal. So I keep going back to this because this is really all that matters is Roasting Nerds.
You got to remember that like Trebek was just simply like a game show host guy. Like when he came up when he came down out of Canada, he was just hosting like Joker's Wild and like match game kind of stuff. And then they're like, listen, Trebek, we got a new show. You just read questions off a cue card and we wait for people to answer it. I'm in. Like, does it have a steady paycheck? Sure. And then 30 some years later, here we are. And Trebek just had that dry wit Canadian sense of humor about him. And it was just very affable. And so you just have to find somebody that can hold the fort down. Like the show's not about the host. I think that's what was always brilliant about Jeopardy is that the show wasn't about the host. It was about the questions. Yeah. And it takes a small ego to get out of the way of that. And then people will love you for not ruining it. And I feel like most of the hosts that were mentioned would ruin it with the exception of LeVar Burton. I mean, dude, he was Kunta Kinte, motherfucker. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I actually listened to his podcast. That motherfucker reads to me like every other day while I'm walking around the mean streets of Elkton. I got LeVar Burton in my ear telling me a story, and it's amazing. And one time he told this story. This is actually a fun LeVar Burton story, if there is such a thing. He was talking about how like he was trying to break into the business, and they said if you want to be an actor, you got to learn to dance. So he was at like New York University, and he was in this dance class, and he's like, finally, I got it. I just needed to dance for another 8 hours a day for another 3 months. And then I got this open casting call, and I went down, and I tried out, and it was for a little mini series called Roots, and I never had to dance another day in my life. That's perfect. That's the guy. He's Geordie LaForge, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking spot on. I don't know what LeVar's doing now, but hopefully he'll do that.
He's reading stories to me every goddamn day.
There you go.
It's literally called LeVar Burton Reads.
God, man, that's awesome.
Shit. Well, get on Jeopardy. I like it. We'll see where this pops off. We'll maybe do a couple hashtags on Twitter. Get us on there. Figure it out. Whatever. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
I already did that, by the way. I put a heartfelt message out to the Jeopardy people, and I tagged them.
All right. So our last segment of the evening, and this is going to make both of you cream in your pants. This here is unexplained metal monolith, right? Am I saying that right? Monolith, yes. Discovered in a remote area of Utah's Red Rock Country. So apparently they were doing on November 18th, the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, along with Department of Public Safety, were doing a mission to conduct a conduct a count of bighorn sheep in a portion of southeast Utah. They stumbled across a 10-foot metal column with 4 sides. The surface is shiny, but doesn't appear to be reflective. I'm going to hold off on reading what happens later on in the article because you two love your paranormal, love your aliens, love your otherworldly stuff. Go ahead, dive in. So they found this metal thing jammed into the ground in Utah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not instantly going to aliens, but they don't know how long it's been there, and it apparently weighs a shit ton, and it's apparently like rooted like 10 feet into the ground and yet stands 15 feet tall. and it's in one of the most remote canyons, and they don't want to tell you where it is because it's so treacherous to get to it. They don't want to let people know where it is, just in case people try to go down and take their picture next to it, because then they're going to have to go in, fly in, and try to get them out of there because they won't be able to leave without a helicopter. Okay, I'm not going straight to aliens or paranormal bullshit.
Okay.
But how?
Okay.
How?
So everything in here, we're almost 100% sure this is an installation attempt of some kind. U.S. Department of Public Safety spokesperson Lieutenant Nick Street told USA Today. Not an attempt. They successfully installed it in the Red Rock in southeast Utah. So it's they. I think they go on to say it's stainless steel. It's put together with pipe rivets. That kind of says it was definitely put together by humans. As far as the timeline, for all we know, it could have been placed there 50, 60 years ago because the material it's made out of hasn't weathered. It is meant not to. It's definitely an interesting installation. So even the experts deemed, anyway, otherwise, have said, some jack wagons put it down there.
They said possibly human.
Yeah, I don't know, man. An installation of what? It's a motherfucking metal triangle. Like,
so
what?
Definitely alien then, right?
Well, definitely not fucking normal. I mean, what do you think it is, buddy? Who? I don't know. Do you have a crack crew of fucking nature adventurers and fucking rock climbers also that double as fucking bodybuilders that carried this fucking thing out there and then drove it 10 feet into the ground? That's all I'm saying, buddy.
Yeah, and they said the type of machinery that you would need to use to drill into the rock, like, they don't know how a human would be able to dig it, to get in there with it. And look at this thing, man. Yeah. I mean, that's in there.
And the pilots, I was reading that, like, they pointed out that this is the only crack in the canyon for like a very expansive distance either direction, and it's the point of the triangle of the monolith is pointed directly at the crack. So I don't know that I don't know that means anything, but it's just fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it's certainly weird. It's certainly I would say, yeah, there's some there's cause for concern. I want to know what people got to the bottom of this.
But see, here's the problem I have with the way they've handled this situation already is they're already like threatening people because you can't just put this kind of shit up on public lands like this. You got to ask for permits and things. So like they're already threatening whomever put that there. So now, much like Jetpack Man that we've talked about a few times that is going up and down near LAX, you're never going to get the answer because you're already threatening them with some sort of legal action. Here at the end of the article, it says DPS said it is illegal to install in structures of art without authorization on federally managed lands, no matter what planet you're from. So not only are you now threatening the possible human person who installed this thing, now you're also threatening aliens. Kind of fucking... You don't threaten extraterrestrials that are able to put 15-foot monoliths 10 feet into the ground into a fucking public land. You don't do that. You're handling this wrong. Why do we hire these people?
Yeah, so you're saying you don't want to scare them away with threats. You don't want to scare away aliens because they're into our airwaves?
Possibly. Now you're putting up a threatening stance. You're showing your teeth. You don't do that. You're looking at them in the eyes. You don't do that either. Mm-hmm. And if you want humans who have accomplished an amazing feat, if we have remote areas of the world where we want to place something, maybe don't threaten the people that figured out how to get to a remote area of the world to place something and say, hey, listen, we don't like people doing this, but we'd love to know how you pulled it off. Just do that. Can't we use some niceties in a situation like this?
Sure. Yeah, I agree. But maybe they want to deter certain actions from happening in the future, but I get it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. So is people though, right?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? We'll never know because now no people are going to come forward to say I did this. So now I have to assume aliens. There's no other choice. So no one's going to fess up to it.
You, Wes, specifically shows us shipping manifests, heavy equipment rentals, all of that stuff, I'm going to have to resort to aliens.
Yeah, right. The burden of proof is in my court now to prove it was humans, not extraterrestrials.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've heard several times, even on this podcast from Alan, like, the possibility of aliens existing in such an expansive realm of existence is totally possible. So I'd like to know, we need to do an entire episode where we just get to the bottom of your naysayer attitude on paranormal and extraterrestrial existence.
Okay, sure. Can I give you a clear-cut example right now, right this instant?
Ooh, is it because I can't see them right now? They're in front of me. Ooh, they haven't said hello yet.
No.
Go wait. They haven't done that.
No. What I was going to say is that like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, we did an episode where you had claimed that the former, was it that there had been aliens seen, right? That there was a former Air Force or Navy general.
Navy pilot. I didn't say he saw aliens. I said he saw a craft that was doing things that are unexplainable. And the Pentagon is the one that came out and said these are crafts that are not of earthly origin.
Fine. But your term was quite possibly the most extraordinary event in our lifetime.
Correct.
What's come of it? It's been 3 months. Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. The dictator known as Donald Trump was in existence, and everybody was fanning the flames. America is doomed. The world is dead. We also had a global pandemic. It seems like there were several things going on. The NBA bubble. People were paying attention to that for some reason.
The potential aliens were playing second fiddle to.
I think we even said it at that time. We were like, "Oh, convenient time, fucking government, to go ahead and slide that on." I think I listened to that bit not that long ago. I was like, "Yeah," I was like, because 1950s America, fucking heads would have exploded. Mm-hmm. Now we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. We have computers in our hands, and we're like, fucking aliens." Yeah, we know. Like,
clickbait. People flipping through Facebook.
Thanks, government. We already fucking knew.
It's been expected, or it's been known, but nothing's been done about it. We all just know, right?
I've watched the documentary series X-Files. I know what the fuck's going on.
Thank you, Alan.
Listen, I want to see aliens. I want to see them.
I think you just want to see Bobcat Goldthwait, so fuck off.
I'm going to get him on the fucking show saying that once.
I mean, he's got nothing better to do. I'm sure he'll get on here.
He could host Jeopardy.
I had him penciled in at the bottom of the list to be like, let me check notes. Bobcat Goldthwait, I think.
Good. Let me just cancel the fucking show.
This state was the 50th state in the union.
Yeah. What is Hawaii? What? What? You didn't say what is?
Oh God, that's only one question. That was awful. Can you imagine a half hour of that?
Thank you, Mr. Goldthwait. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh God, we were tagging him in this.
All right, that wraps it up. I only know the Navy SEAL signs.
I only know the Navy SEAL signals. I'm glad you got that.
Where can y'all find us? What outlets? Give us the names, the call handles, the hoo-hoos, and the double-ended dildos.
The ha-has.
And the ha-has. Yeah, so everybody, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and that's at MDL Classholes. And then on all your favorite streaming platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and apparently Apple Podcasts, because iTunes got fucking ditched. Mer told us.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not they didn't get ditched. It's the number one podcast format in the fucking world, and you guys keep calling it the wrong thing, even though you mock me for calling it the right thing. Thank you.
Says the fucking Apple used number one.
Hey, can you say what you just said in a 40s accent?
You fellas have mocked me for saying the correct statement when you're correctly wrong. It's Apple Podcasts, the #1 format for podcasting in the world. In fact, they started the format before anyone else did. Google wasn't even around when Apple began the Apple Podcast, you fucks.
I don't know that I don't think that that's true.
You illiterate
I said that
fucks?
wrong. You fucks.
Yes, there it is. Now it's true. It was false.
Thank you.
until then.
Beautiful. Also
yeah.
on Facebook,
also on
facebook.com/the
Facebook.
middle class holes. Folks, all right. Gobble, gobble. Eat
Happy
it up.
Thanksgiving.
Love yourselves. Love your
Gorge
family.
yourselves.
Give yourselves a round for looking so beautiful. Looking so lovely.
Like a proud American. Fucking stuff mashed potatoes into your face hole at a rapid pace.
Hey, Murr, tell us why the person is protesting the mocking voice protesting Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving's wrong because
Thanksgiving's wrong because we came here and we took out all the Indians' food and they said, I don't have enough. But they, oh, well, we're thankful you're here. And then we raped and pillaged all their people and gave them blankets and smallpox. So enjoy your holiday.
Do you think that the natives were just offended that they gave them clams? And they're like, what the fuck is clams, bro? What the fuck are these?
Your name's Brenda.
Or it was turkey. They were like, oh, fucking sandbird.
What the fuck is this?
You heathens.
Enjoy yourselves.
They're Thanksgiving.